Thick with static noise. Time for some truth from two steady voices. No more walking on a wire, setting all the doubts on fire. Real talk, real issues, no filter. Charlie and Mike talk about it.
How about that one? How you doing, Charlie? Your mic's not on, man. Your mic's not on.
Dang it.
You're a pro at this. What are you doing?
I sure was until just a second ago. The song blew me away. It just knocked me right back in amateur land. Did that AI Bon Jovi sounded dude really say two steady boys?
Two steady boys. It did.
What the hell is that?
I don't know. We're steady. We're
steady. Hello, everybody in the chat room. I was reading your comments before. Somebody said, hello, Sean and Mike. I'm sorry Sean couldn't be here. I'm Charlie. But I answered back. I said, howdy, y'all. That's all I put in there. Not knowing that because we're on live on 2,800 different platforms right now. It pops up on every single one of them. So it says, howdy, y'all, howdy, y'all, howdy, y'all, howdy, y'all.
It works. It works. It's fine.
Sorry, everybody. I didn't know. Avoid getting involved with the chat room.
It's all good.
I love that you all are here, though. Thank you so much. I am Charlie Simons. That's my buddy Mike Cook. We're two steady boys.
That's what the song says. It's
and straight. We're straight and steady. Out here in California right now, I to be on this much beloved show, which this is only our second one, but already I'm loving it. We have another California governor debate going on tonight. CBS, the CBS network news is the one putting this one on. And a poll came out, if you're interested. If not, screw you.
Go ahead.
Are you interested?
Yeah, let's hear the poll. You brought it up.
Okay. There's only two Republicans on there, and it is the top poll getters. So the ones, top in the polling. Let's see, it's 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 choices here, and one of those is undecided.
Well, that's a lot of folks in California are undecided.
Yeah, well, thank God, actually. I'm glad. I'm glad that's actually a good sign that they're not automatically doing what they automatically do and vote for any idiot with a D in front of their name.
Are they undecided about everything? Like, are they a boy? Are they a girl? Are they a cat or the dog? That's what I'm saying.
Well, they need to listen to two steady guys, two steady boys. Anyway, Tony Thurmond comes in at 1%, according to the CBS poll. You know what Tony Thurmond is?
No idea.
Oh, he'd be California's first black governor. So everybody's talking about that. 1%. 1%. According to the CBS poll, the primary vote for California.
Didn't a black guy run for governor of California last time around?
Larry Elder, who I love. And I've been
1%.
And I campaigned for him. He would have been extraordinary. But he's
he probably would have won.
Yeah, he's a hardcore. Yeah. Coming in at number 4 is Villaraigosa. And they were saying there's only white people running for governor, completely leaving out Chad Bianco. Anyway, Villaraigosa used to be sheriff of Los Angeles County. Now he's running for governor. He's at 4%. Now, this is what's really interesting to me. Mahan, not Larry Mahan, who was one of the greatest cowboys to ever live. This is another weak little soy boy Mahan, who's the mayor of San Jose, California, Mr. Silicon
San Jose,
Valley.
What do you expect? They're also boys in San Jose, aren't they?
Exactly. Mr. Silicon Valley. And they're putting all their eggs in the Mahan basket because he's a centrist. He's going to be like the Bill Clinton of California, right?
Well, yeah. Okay. So he's going to get
4%, Mike. Only 4%. This is brilliant. Katie Porter, who we like to call Karen here, And Karen
She's such a
Candham Porter,
lovely person, lovely personality, lovely all the way around. Just such
and
a
her
lovely.
staff just loves her. She endears herself to them. She's 9%. So here's my boy. Here's my choice. Chad Bianco, Sheriff Chad Bianco, Riverside County Sheriff, 10%. Hardcore conservative, not backing off, not apologizing for it. He's like the President Trump of California right now, in my mind. He's not pulling punches just to tell people what they want to hear. And he's at 10, excuse me, 10%. Javier Becerra, who used to work for Biden, started here in California, went to DC. Now he's back begging for a job as governor of California, 13%. I don't know how. They've really not pushed him yet, merely because of his name. Half the state of California is just about, at this point, Latina, whatever you want to call them, Chicano, for the most part, Latinx.
No, Chicanos are American citizens.
Anyway, yeah, good point. He's 13%, and Tom Steyer, the far left George Soros of California billionaire, 15%. Guess who's number one? Pulling right now so far, 16%. The one I didn't leave out, everybody's talking about him, not even from the United States of America originally.
Oh yeah, he's the one all the big money's behind right now, that billionaire guy, whatever his name is.
No, he isn't.
He isn't the billionaire guy.
Oh no, you're thinking of Tom Steyer, the guy I just said. 16%, number one in the polling right now, according to CBS, who's no right-wing rag. Steve Hilton.
Yeah.
We might possibly, for the first time in 18 years, get another Republican governor in California. And I'm not even looking at the chat room because I just know somebody in there, or maybe all of you, are saying, who the hell cares what happens in California?
Oh, you got vote Steve Hilton a couple times.
You better care, because as California goes, so goes the rest of the nation. And if you want to see this state crash, and it's going to, if we get another Democrat at the helm, it's going to take down the rest of the country.
Do you know the way to San Jose?
The guy, Mahan, the one from San Jose.
No, do you know the way to San Jose? The
song.
You know?
He doesn't even know. Hopefully he knows, so we'll head back there and quit leaving the rest, or leave the rest of us alone. But anyway, I just want to share that with you, and it's happening right now. The debate's happening right now on CBS.
So they're not airing the speech of the king at the dinner at the White House right now.
Show me that video. Tell me you have it handy right now.
What's that?
My president gave a special gift to the King of England, stodgy, kite-eared Charles, and his and his horsey wife Camilla. They gave her. You don't have it? They gave them a special gift. Come on.
You mean the one I just showed you?
Yes, come on.
Oh, I don't have it queued up, but I can get it real quick. Here we go.
Get it. Come on.
I thought you were going a different direction. It's a gift. What are you talking about?
I'll stretch. No, this is a great gift that my president gave to the King of England. Watch this. Look who's guarding. That's not an accident.
No, that's a trolling. He's just doing a little troll.
Yeah, that is a total troll right there. He lines the square with red coats.
No, with blue coats.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I hope they all have Kentucky long rifles.
Yes, the Patriot soldiers. I'm sorry, the red coats were the English. Anyway, isn't that beautiful? I love that. I thought that was so brilliant.
Yep.
That's my president. Well,
beehives too. Did you see that?
What now?
He Donald Trump. You didn't see that? I think I got that one too. Let me scroll and see if I can find it here real quick. And it's too far away. But Donald Trump has a beehive behind the White House, and it's they had an artisan make the beehive a replica of the White House. And he took the king and the queen out to see the beehive. So
he didn't take it down. Instead, he made it better for the bees. Yes. I love my president.
There you go. The beekeeper.
The beekeeper. He's a Jason Statham beekeeper. Yep, that kind of beekeeper.
That kind of beekeeper. Yep.
Did you ever see that movie, by the way?
Yes, I've seen the movie.
Did they come out with a second one? If so, I can't believe I've missed it.
You know, I have no idea. I have no idea. I so don't pay attention too much to the movies
Oh,
anymore.
if it's Statham, I did go to see that. What was that California Farmer one or whatever that one? That was the first Statham movie that I went.
No, I
But he's got
movies
to be like
anymore suck.
87, 88 years old.
I do
now.
enjoy finding older movies to watch. Some of my favorites. So, you know, like Casablanca, one of my favorite movies of all time.
Was Statham in that? I didn't know
No,
that.
I don't think he was. That would be
Oh.
Bogart.
Oh, okay. Does he know Statham? Has he worked with him?
All the gin joints, all the gin joints, and all the places in all the world. You had to walk into mine. Yes, that's one of the
The
best.
fact that you could actually quote that makes me realize you're not really a steady boy, are you?
No, not really.
That's false advertising.
Well, it's one of my favorite movies. You know what favorite movies are? I mean, back when they made those movies, they didn't have special effects. They had
What's your favorite rom-com, Mike?
rom-com?
Yeah, romantic
I don't know.
comedy.
Oh, I don't have one.
Disappointing.
Another good movie is The Jerk. That's a good movie.
That is one of the few movies my dad actually went to the theater with me to watch.
I was
And that's
born
when
a
you
poor
used to,
black child.
you used to get two movies. So you had a double feature,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
just at
yeah.
the drive-in, but at the walk-in theater too. And my dad and I were not going to see The Jerk. We didn't go there for that reason, but we got to see it together anyway. It's one of my favorite memories with my dad. He and I laughing at The Jerk.
Yes.
And him getting embarrassed when here he's sitting with his 16-year-old son, and Steve Martin's talking about his special purpose and all that.
Yeah, he finally found the job.
But the second feature, Star Wars.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
The main feature, I should say.
Yeah.
So I got to
Star
see
Wars.
The Jerk and Star Wars with my dad. I love that memory. That makes me happy that I have that memory. Thank you,
That's
Dad.
awesome.
Look forward to seeing you again someday, my friend.
And of course, there's my wife's favorite show of all time, Dr. Frankenstein.
Oh, Frankenstein,
No, Frankenstein.
the Mel Brooks one.
Young Frankenstein.
Young Frankenstein, yeah.
Dr.
Yeah.
Frankenstein. Yeah, that's the roll in the hay, roll in the hay. That one.
Great knockers. Nice knockers or something like that. I forget.
Yes.
Speaking of my dad, I'm wearing this shirt as a tribute to him. I lost him when I was 24 in a trucking accident, unfortunately. But now see, Mike's like me; he's a fellow gearhead. We're car guys, so he probably gets the significance of this. And you're from California originally, so you know Autorama.
Oh boy.
Come
I've heard
on,
it, but I don't
Blackie
know.
Jujian's Autorama. Anyway,
don't know.
it's coming up this next weekend, so I wore my 50th anniversary of the Autorama shirt for you.
That's
Dad.
that Northern California stuff. I don't know nothing about.
Yeah, it is. You're right. Sacramento, Fresno. Anyway, my dad used to take me to car shows too. I miss my dad. I'm blessed. So many of my friends, I hear them railing on their dads and how they were so terrible and didn't have a terrible relationship with them. And I'm like, God, my dad was great, man. I lucked out. My dad was great. He got taken away too young. Anyway.
So what's your rant today? What are you ranting about today? You had some video or something you wanted to show.
Well, we had a guy who was in Washington D.C. at a nice hotel, and he just oddly, for some reason, decided he wanted to start sprinting through the lobby.
Yeah, he's from there in your neck of the woods, ain't he?
He is from Torrance, California. I'm Northern California. There's a reason why Hank Williams Jr. said in A Country Boy Can Survive, he mentioned Northern California. Very different from the rest of California. But anyway,
like San Francisco and they're very different to the rest of the world.
Further north of there. You're right. Dagnabbit, that ruined everything, didn't it? Yeah, this idiot decided he was going to try and take out my president and anybody else associated with my president at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, which was not actually at the White House, which should have been. If we could have completed that ballroom, that's where it would have been. But some piece of judge shot it down and stopped it, even though it's being funded not by tax dollars. all
Yeah,
private
that's
donations.
all going to get worked out. Watch and see.
It will. I hope so. I pray you're right, because this proved how very much we need it. Because that hotel, by the way, was the same hotel that President Reagan got shot in front of as he was leaving.
Yep, I've been there.
By
It's
that
been a
nutbag.
long time ago, but I've been there.
What was his name? I forget his name now.
That shot.
He was in love. He was doing it for Jodie Foster.
Yeah, he was a nut job. They're all nut
yeah.
jobs.
And they always use all three names. Did you notice that?
Yeah, that's. I don't know what the deal is with that.
If you go back throughout history and back me up, do some research on this, and then next week when we're on again next Tuesday night at 6:15, the most important Pacific time.
Or if you live in the rest of the world, 8:15 or 9:15 out there.
Anyway, go ahead and correct me if I'm wrong on this. Every single assassination or assassination attempt has been done by a left-wing nutbag.
It's either been a left-wing nutbag or just a plain ordinary nutbag, but yes. It's
Look it up. Do the research. Nobody talks about that either. So anyway, this guy, Cole Allen was a teacher. And if you've watched my show for any length of time at rumble.com/do-not-talk, you know I have very little respect for teachers. I got stories of my own.
Let me preference on. I got where
everybody loves them, and that's the golden calf. And you're not supposed to bash teachers.
No, there's teachers that teach because they love to teach. They're few and far in between. But
no, they were fired during the COVID shutdown because they wouldn't take the shot.
I'm going to give you an example. There's a school in particular, St. Paul's Lutheran School, where my kids went. It's kindergarten to 8th grade, and those teachers there do not make enough to make a living. They teach there because they want to.
How many hours do they work, by the way, per day?
Same as any other school.
Which is what, 8 to 3?
To give or take, yeah, probably. But again,
how many weeks do they get off at Christmas? How many weeks do they get off at Easter? How many weeks did they get off in the summer?
Well, I understand what you're saying.
They get paid the same starting salary as a police officer gets paid.
Not at this school. Not at St. Paul's Lutheran School.
Okay.
They don't get paid for their time.
Okay, well, let's stick with what I'm talking about.
My point is, though, I just want to that there are exceptions to the rule in teachers.
Yeah,
we all know the one.
I'm talking public.
We're not talking about them. We're talking about the rest of the, especially the ones in California.
Talking about public education. These are your teachers in public education.
My first week as a middle school teacher.
How proud you must be.
Here's some highlights. I had a student on the very first day tell me that she liked my flag and told me that she has a very similar one at home, and it made her real happy to have one in her classroom.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
I had another student tell me that I'm already his favorite teacher, but shh, don't tell anybody.
I think that pretty much sums it up. I found it at Spencer Gifts.
And a nice thing for me is I got my Alexa set up finally. Alexa, turn on the lights. Okay.
You're amazing. You figured this all out already.
I hope the rest of y'all that are in school are having just as fabulous of a week as I am.
Sell crazy someplace else. We're all stocked up here.
Yeah, we're completely all stocked up here. Get out.
Put that video back up and pause it where you can see that flag behind her just a little bit.
Okay.
My first week as a middle school teacher.
How proud you must be.
Here's some highlights. I had
Okay, somewhere right in there where you can kind of see it through her glasses right there. The little blue stripe right there. You know what that blue stripe stands for?
Tell me.
It stands for MAPS. Minor Attracted Persons.
Well, not anymore, Mike. Not anymore. You got to get with the times. They have their own flag now.
I've been living under a rock for the past few years because there's a thing called a pedophilia pride flag. Now, this flag doesn't come as a surprise to me at all because I halfway expected pedophilia to be legalized many years ago because Democrats would stoop so low to be inclusive to everybody. So this right here is the pedo flag. The technical term of this flag is MAP, which stands for Minor Attracted Persons. Now, the fact that this flag even exists is disgusting in itself, but once I actually look at this flag and look at the colors, it disgusts me even more.
So here's a breakdown of what the colors mean on the flag. The top two stripes are blue to represent attraction to young boys.
Just like you said.
The bottom two stripes are pink to represent attraction to young girls.
Yep.
The inner yellow stripes are to represent childhood and general attraction to minors regardless of their gender. And the middle stripe is white to represent innocence and unwillingness to offend.
How disgusting.
Innocence and unwilling to offend. Well, I'm offended. I'm just saying. These bunch of
They minor attracted persons. And I've heard politicians use that term now. They're not quitting on it. They're pushing forward with that, trying to make it more and more acceptable because that's what the left does.
Good at marketing. They don't call it what it actually is, which is lonely, old, childless, void of any meaning. They call it empowerment and freedom. But that's why it's so important to teach people how to see through the left's language. And they do this with everything. Gender affirming care. Let's call it what it is. Sex change surgeries and irreversible puberty blockers stunting kids' growth. Banned books. Let's call it what it is. It's porn in schools and pictures of gay sex for middle school children.
Well, yeah, pretty much.
That's
the sides of it.
PragerU. That's the woman who created Libs of TikTok. The fact that this clown who tried to take out my president is a teacher was not lost on me at all, and not a surprise. What is a surprise is how the media has reacted to it. And I've been in the media my entire adult life. I don't know why I was surprised, but nobody's reporting on that, are they? And the very first day, they were saying he's a few reports. A teacher from Torrance, California, a 31-year-old teacher from Torrance, California. And now it's all gone away. Nobody's talking about that.
And his pronouns are he, him, by the way, just letting you know.
Oh, well, did he say, that for sure?
Yeah, there's a post out there with his his Instagram or something. His pronouns are he, him.
He actually put his pronouns on there.
Yeah, my pronouns are leave me alone.
I can't. Mine are. What were you? Oh, steady boy. I'm a steady boy.
I didn't write the song. I just had AI create it.
That just cracks me up.
And I tried about 4 different variations, and all of them sucked, and that one sucked the less.
Well, I hope if you do, a reworking of it. I've never even tried AI. I have no idea. I hope if you try one though, say fit in steady boy 28 times throughout the song. Please do that for me. Do that for me. I have so little respect for our public education system and the public educators. I don't care if there is a good one or two. They're still teaching the same curriculum that's forced on them by the states. They could be getting jobs with private educators like your St. Paul Lutheran folks who are screaming for good teachers. But no, they want the nice little bennies. They want the retirement. They want the health. They want all that stuff. So they won't take a stand. So I almost respect them less than the ones that are coming in there openly trying to groom children. I'm sick of it all. I want to see it all go away somehow. I don't know how. God's got to make that happen. It's got to go. Jesus was quite serious about what should happen to anybody who jacks with kids.
Well, it
involves a millstone. And he doesn't say you should do it to yourself. He says it should be done to you.
It might be time to invest in a millstone company.
I'm not buying gold and silver. I'm buying millstones.
Millstones and chains.
Yeah, BlackRock millstone. BlackRock needs to get that mutual fund.
And you're right on the coast there, so you just take them out there that trench that's real deep off the coast and throw that millstone over.
And the next earthquake, that's going to be at the Nevada state line.
Right. Anyway, it'll be fun.
It'll be fun. What a ride.
All right.
A steady boy now. Oh.
No, you're just watching that chain go off the boat. Get an excruciating long chain. Whoop, there you go.
We hit bottom. Tighten the slack.
That's the way.
That's my rant. There you go. And it's about Cole Allen being a teacher. I want everyone to know he's a teacher. Don't forget that. Don't let the media sweep that under the rug. Yep. This clown was in there influencing children. What was that group that he belonged to? It's been around for like 200 something years. The Wakey Wokes, or what was that?
I don't know what that one is.
The Wide Awakes or something like that. It's a very old club. and
Oh,
he's
really?
part of it. He shows
One
up
of
at
them
all the
college
Antifa rallies.
clubs or something, or
He was
what?
doing the No Kings rallies. He was
Oh,
showing
yeah.
up at those and posting about them, and wrote his little manifesto to his parents and his students.
You know, the people could not figure out what his motive was. You know, Donald Trump, Barack Obama. I don't have it up. I thought I had it up. Barack Obama was saying, he posted that just can't figure out what his motive was. We just don't know. When in his thing, he said, "I want to kill Trump and all of his people, and if you get in the way, I'll kill you too." I mean,
Obama literally said, "We don't know what his motive was."
We don't know what his motive was.
I wish that there was no way we could even find out, because here's what I wish would have happened. This little piece of crap literally shot a Secret Service agent point blank with a shotgun. It didn't penetrate the flak vest, but it sure left a lot of bruising and knocked the wind right out of him for a while. But he survived, thank God. Why is that clown still breathing in precious oxygen?
The story
why didn't they open fire on him right then and there and take him out?
The story is, and this will explain it right here, is that Secret Service agent that got shot in the chest recovered, pulled his service weapon, and went to shoot the guy, but the backstop was crowded with people, so he didn't. And but hey, that is, I mean, considering that's the right thing to do. You got to, when you pull your weapon and you go.
No, you're right. You got to consider what's behind you.
Yeah, and there was full of people.
You're right. No,
So
that's noble. That's very noble. What about the rest of the agents?
Well,
I would have emptied my clip into that little.
That's when he got tackled to the ground and they stripped off all his clothes. What they're still figuring out. I mean, they were searching for weapons. I get it, but they stripped the dude naked. I don't understand, but that whatever, you know.
Do you have that photo, by the way, that President Trump posted on his Truth Social site? Or his page?
No, I don't. Which one?
Oh,
is
it's classic. I wish I had it.
I have several photos, but I don't have
the one where he's munching carpet.
Yes. Well, there's one with Big Mike. There's one with Big Mike laying on top of him with a thing of Vaseline or baby oil.
I have one, but it's on my phone. I was thinking, but it was they put Hillary Clinton over him doing this.
Yeah, don't talk, or you will get hung in your cell right there where Epstein was. Anyway, yeah. Well, he won't be in Rikers because he's in DC, so he'll be in a DC cell somewhere. So it'll be all right.
Like our J6ers, our great patriots who got put away for years.
No, because they'll process him pretty quick, I think.
That's such a dirty, filthy.
White as Snow says, better to have him alive than dead. Maybe, because he probably doesn't know anything.
Because now he's going to be turned into some kind of martyr.
Probably. There'll be people writing him love letters like Luigi or whatever.
Like those idiots who the Boston Marathon bombers. Remember those idiots?
Yep. Mike says Lindsey Graham naked on top of him. Man, Lindsey, come on, man. Why you got to bring that up?
Oh my goodness, Lindsey Graham all excited because gunplay came into.
That's not what we mean, Lindsay. Calm down.
What do you think about the Secret Service in general, considering what happened in Pennsylvania and so many times?
I think, look, multiple times now we've had nut jobs with no experience, really not the smartest bulbs in the pack, but show up. One got close enough to trip his ear. If he hadn't have turned his head, by the way, there's a prophecy out there that said God will grab Donald Trump's ear and turn his head. And that's a wild prophecy, but that did happen, and it clipped him in the ear. That's how close he came to dying. If his head was straight instead of turned, it would have hit him right there.
You're right.
That would have been all that there was.
Yeah.
And so that's how close he came. But several times this has happened, and incompetence is showing. But you have to ask yourself, is it incompetence or is it intentional? And that's what you have to ask you. Now, let me tell you. So the
Under
same,
Biden, I can believe that it was intentional. For one thing, in Pennsylvania, that was the B team. That was the second string.
oh yeah, that was intentional
Because
there.
Jill had to be protected.
But let me
Jill was
tell you
doing some
something.
kind of event.
The
Jill
same person, the same
Doctor.
person who prophesied that God, like a year before, and that the prophecy didn't make any sense till that day, that God will grab his ear and turn his head. The same person that prophesied that said that there's a Esther moment coming, and that Esther moment that she's referring to is Mordecai, which is Esther's uncle or cousin, whichever the relationship is, catches two of the royal guards plotting to overthrow the king, and he reports it to the king. They find out about it. It turns out to be true, and they hang him. And she's saying that there's going to be a couple of Secret Service agents that turn out to be
dirty,
plotting against Trump from the inside, and there's a Mordecai character, somebody who represents that, who's going to find out about it and squeal. So I asked the question again, under the light of prophecy, is it incompetence or is it intentional? How did that guy get the gun to the hotel, into the area? How did that guy rent a hotel room?
A shotgun, by the way.
Which is all illegal in D.C., by the way, too. But how did that guy... Now, mind you, I'm guilty of sneaking guns into hotel rooms. I do it every time I go to a hotel room. But I'm not plotting to do anything with the gun unless someone comes into my hotel room that shouldn't be. So, but there is... You got to ask yourself, why didn't they shut the hotel down a few days before and vet every single person that rented a room?
Yep. And the hotel was trying to make it like nothing big was going on, because they're all afraid of any kind of backlash from the left, who will start boycotting just for anybody who actually hosts anything with a Republican.
It's the Secret Service's job to do that.
Yes,
now let me say this. You remember when we went to Detroit and Donald Trump was speaking there, and he wasn't even president yet, right? Yeah, right. He wasn't even president yet. And the Secret Service, you remember how long, when the day before, we could, with our passes, we could go do anything we wanted to do, right?
Yes.
But the day he showed up, it was 2.5 hours to get inside.
Different story.
Different story. Different security plan.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying there's something going on there. And I what is it, Mike? I don't know. But watch for something to come from leadership inside the Secret Service that is plotting against Trump. Watch that to come out.
Please, Father, let your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. In the name of Christ Jesus. Amen and amen. I'm so sick of it. I was having this discussion with a friend at an event for one of these guys running for governor, as a matter of fact, Daniel Mercury, and the photographer who was doing all the photos is a friend of mine. And we were talking about this assassination attempt because it had just happened the day before. And he said, well, what has happened to our society that we're all like this now? And I said, whoa. Our society? You're not including me in that, are you? And he goes, well, society, we're all together. And I said, no. I divorced myself from those demonic, wicked, satanic cult followers. I divorced myself from it. I don't claim it. Now, we might be all in the same population. We might be all in Gen Pop, but I ain't no part of that society. I am just not. And he was saying, well, everybody needs to get along better and speak better and try and work together. No. That's not going to work. Together? They don't care. They don't want to hear from us. They're not going to play nice with us. They never will. Look at California as a fine example. They have shut out what Republicans are left of any kind of planning committees. That everything's behind closed doors. Republicans are not allowed in to even help plan these bills that are going to go forward, that they're all going to vote on, because they know it's going to pass because we can't stop it. That's what a supermajority does. They don't care. It's going to be overwhelming strength is the only thing that they will respect.
Well, you know that there's still room here in Missouri for one or two people. I can get you a spot.
I'm telling you, man. I'm looking at Sedalia.
I was just thinking, because you said you'd talk about the Sedalias on your list. I'll tell you where you need to move to. If you moved out this neck of the woods, you need to move to the Warsaw area or south of there.
Poland? You're sending me to Poland?
No. Warsaw, Missouri. It's right between two of the best lakes in the world. You got the Lake of the Ozarks where the Party Cove is and all that stuff, great restaurants and all that. And then you got Truman Lake, which is Department of Conservation. So there's nothing on it, but some of the best crappie.
See, I love mountains. If you can get me anywhere near mountains, I'm going to be
there's
really,
there's
happy.
not mountains in Missouri, but there are hills.
The Ozarks are mountains.
But and that's the beginning of the Ozarks. Like you're going into the Ozarks there. And but you could rent a nice little apartment for $800 a month.
I'm done renting. I've been renting ever since my divorce.
If you wanted
in
to buy something, you
2017.
could buy something for a decent price down there too. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying. And of course, like for example, my electric bill this month is like $110. My gas bill's $25 because it's minimum. That didn't really use.
I was at a friend's house yesterday, and she said that just her and her husband and their 3 dogs, $1,000 on average per month for PG&E. It's a 2-story, but $1,000 a month for Pacific Gas and Electric.
That's $125, and that's me running my hot tub all the time. So, just saying,
it's not sustainable. But they want the middle class out. They want us gone. That's part of the plan.
Well, if the middle class is gone and the rich people are gone, there's no tax base left.
The rich people will be gone when they pass that billionaire tax, which is going to the ballot in November.
Many of them, like Elon Musk and the founder of the family, the daughter of the
Google dude left.
The Google dude left.
The Google dude.
In-N-Out Burger moved to Tennessee. That's what I'm saying.
Move.
Yeah, all those people started leaving as soon as they saw the writing on the wall of this bill. They started bailing ship. So it's not going to work out very well for these folks.
No.
And besides, if they move all their money to the Cayman Islands or Belize or someplace, how are you going to tax it?
But these morons will vote for a whole bunch of other Democrats to take the place of the current Democrats because of it. That's right. We're sticking it to those rich people.
Yeah,
we will show those rich people how dare they be successful.
When they get their tax bill, they'll be crying because, it's like the guy, the thief once said, they asked him why he robbed banks, and he says, because that's where the money is. Well, why do you tax the hell out of the middle class? Because that's where the money is.
Where the money is.
Yeah. I mean, the rich are very few. It's hard to
They
tax
want us
them.
gone. It's the middle class that owns the businesses. We're the ones that start realizing the last thing we want is more government interference. Just leave us the hell alone. And we start voting accordingly. They don't want the middle class here in California. They don't want the middle class in New York. They don't want any middle class in Illinois. They want the haves and the have-nots. The have-nots are there to serve the haves. And that's that. We middle class folks are actually entrepreneurs. What?
To you Californians that decide to move out this neck of the woods, whether it's Missouri or Oklahoma or Kansas or Arkansas or Texas, wherever you decide to go, someone is saying, Mike's saying there's a bunch of them in South Carolina. When you move out, because you sell your multi-million-dollar house in California,
leave your stupid ass politics behind.
You find out that you can that you could buy 5 acres of land outside of town in the beautiful country out there. Don't get pissed off when the cows are mooing. Don't get pissed off when the chicken farms stink. Don't get pissed off because the country's the country. And don't get pissed off. How many times do I hear, there's just no entertainment around here? No, there isn't. That's the point.
That's the point. Oh, and by the way, if you're one of those hippie people who got rich doing your .com stock or selling your pot or whatever it is, and you love walking around with no shoes and everything, and you move to any of the southern states, I just want to give this, please, you'll thank me for this later. Listen carefully. Go ahead and take your shoes off. I love, you love going around barefoot and everything and being at one with the earth and everything in Earth Day, and walk through some tall grass. And people will tell you, they'll warn about something called chiggers. That's a big lie. They're just trying to make you keep your shoes on. That's
chiggers
all.
are the bane of hell, but there is chemicals that you can use.
Shut up, Mike. God, dang it, Mike.
There is chemicals that you can use that will take care of that.
Why did you ruin it?
I know, because the chiggers are just, they're terrible. They're terrible.
You think? That was the whole joke.
I know. Do you spray your yard with these noxious chemicals and it kills off all the chiggers, and you have a much happier life?
No, it's terrible for your kitty cat. It's terrible
is,
for your
actually.
28 cats that you bring with you
It
and all
is
the
actually
crates.
very terrible for your cats.
I know. So don't
Dogs.
do it. Just walk
And
barefoot in the tall grass. You'll love it.
It'd be great. Oh, get some calamine lotion or something. You're gonna need it. It doesn't work, but you're gonna need it.
It doesn't. They're miserable. I lived in Tennessee for a year and I learned a lot of things. I learned, for one thing, we in California, every time we call now, when somebody's talking about, that was a terrible storm, in my head, I'm going, shut up. I don't even know what a storm is. You people in Missouri, dag nabbit. What the heck is that?
You know what happens when there's a tornado?
Baseball size hail.
At Springfield today. Yeah, they a bunch of cars out the airport got destroyed. But you know what happens in Missouri and in this neck of the woods, all the other states around us, when the sirens go off and they say there's a tornado coming, you know what happens, right? We run outside with our cameras, see if we can see
y'all go
it.
to the bar?
No, we run outside to see if you can see the tornado.
I did that. I did that in Oklahoma. My aunt Essie's coming out. Charles, get in here. What you doing? You're crazy. Like, I want to see it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Oklahoma, let me just say this. We have tornadoes in Missouri, but they have tornadoes in Oklahoma. I mean, like,
all caps.
Do not live around Mora, Oklahoma. Just stay away. Go to the other end.
You'll be safe in a trailer park. They seem to bypass those.
Trailer parks are tornado magnets. That is true. But I don't know if that's the case. But when you get into southern Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma, northern Texas, it's hard to miss a trailer park. They're everywhere. So that's
yeah. Tennessee, my first time on the radio, they did not prep me in advance as to what's going to happen when a tornado warning would kick off. And this is Nashville area.
Making all kinds of noise.
And it was my job. It's my job after the warning aired to go on the air and tell you all the counties that are under immediate tornado watch.
Warning. There's a difference between a watch and a warning.
Whatever it was the next level bad. And
a warning.
And I'm trying to go through all these names of counties in Tennessee, and some of them are very interesting, and they don't sound a thing like how they're spelt. So I just
here in Missouri.
I just butchered it. I butchered it all over the place on the air. All these people are calling and complaining. I'm going. So I finally had to admit, I'm a Californian. I told the boss, you could have prepped me. You could have told me this is what I had to do.
See, in Missouri, we got names like there's a town called Nevada, but it's not pronounced Nevada. It's spelled Nevada, but it's pronounced Nevada. And there's a street here in Sedalia, Missouri, and it's spelled Sacagawea, like the Indian term.
Sacagawea.
They say Sacagawea, but it's spelled Sacagawea. That's like Mojave. That's the day makes, but they say Sacagawea here in Missouri. That's just the way it is. Just got to understand. You got to speak the language.
I think Sacagawea, that was one of the things that Eric Swalwell was busted for.
For Sacagawea.
I was really trying to make a stupid, suggestive double entendre joke, and it just failed. It failed.
Oh, well, I don't think there was anything he missed.
Nowhere.
But that's a whole nother story.
Speaking of Eric Swalwell, in case you're not knowing who that is because you're not in California, that's that idiot that was basing everything he did on anti-Trump and then got busted for, doing a Chinese spy and that and so many other things. And he was running for governor, and he was he was the top polling candidate for governor of California. People were literally going to make him in control of this entire state.
Everybody in my show knows about Fang Fang, so
good
Chinese spy. And they also know that Eric Swalwell is ineligible to run for office in California because for the last several years he lives in his $2.5 million home in D.C.
and lied about
it. His wife lives there with him, which is fine.
Lied about it, though.
Go to school there. Yes.
One of the things he's in trouble for is mortgage fraud.
Mike is reminding me of the intersection
as well.
There's an intersection of Highway F and Highway U in Cole Camp, Missouri, which is just south where I am right now.
FU?
If you have the sign is at the intersection is F and U. F highway that way, U highway that way. That's a real place. In Cold Camp. Cold Camp used to have look, it's old Germantown. It is what it is. But for many, many years, when I first moved here, it was still there. It was faded. An old tractor trailer, right? And painted on the side of it says, "Don't let your black ass, let's not see your black ass in Cold Camp, Missouri."
No.
Or something along that line. Don't let the sun set on your black ass in Cold Camp, Missouri. Yes.
Oh man.
Yes, that's gone now. It's gone. Now. They've cleaned up their act. They're fine people. Got a nice little restaurant in the town there. Go on in, get yourself something to eat.
Okay.
And they have a great October festival. Not that
I won't order the blackened salmon though. So what's your rant?
What's what?
What you got for us? What's your rant?
Well, it's not so much a rant, but as you know, on my show, I've been talking about how things have to, May 17th is the day that Donald Trump has declared rededication to God. We're going to rededicate ourselves
as a
nation to God. And I've
Yes.
said that in order to rededicate, that's basically in the scripture that Donald Trump read, whether reading scripture like 2 Chronicles, if my people are called by my name, humble themselves and repent of their evil ways. We have to know, in order to repent of our evil ways on May 17th, what our evil ways are. So I have been saying, and my friend Mike, who's kind of prophetic's been saying, that there's a whole bunch of stuff that we're going to get made known about right now. It's like we're in that time frame. So with that being said, I don't know if you all seen the news, but look at this.
This is brilliant.
Attorney General. Earlier today, a grand jury in the Eastern District of North Carolina returned a true bill indicting Mr. James Comey with committing 2 felonies. Count 1, he knowingly and willfully made a threat to kill and to inflict bodily harm upon the President of the United States in violation of 18 U.S.C. 871A. Count 2, he knowingly and willfully transmitted in interstate and foreign commerce a communication that contained a threat to kill President Trump in violation of 18 U.S.C. 875C. Mr. Comey will be given every form of due process all citizens are entitled to receive, to include a trial by a jury of his peers. In the Eastern District of North Carolina, it doesn't matter who you are. We take all threat cases seriously and prosecute anyone who violates federal law, regardless of title or status. Thank you.
It is absolutely 100% real. And then this is the response.
They're back. This time about a picture of seashells on a North Carolina beach a year ago. And this won't be the end of it. But nothing has changed with me. I'm still innocent. I'm still not afraid. And I still believe in the independent federal judiciary. So let's go. But it's really
let's go.
That all of us remember this is not who we are as a country. This is not how the Department of Justice is supposed to be. And the good news is we get closer every day to restoring those values. Keep the faith.
Good heavens. He's just a consummate liar.
It's not how the Department of Justice is supposed to be. The Department of Justice is supposed to go, although Hillary Clinton committed some crimes, no reasonable prosecutor would prosecute. That's how it's supposed to go.
Yeah,
he did that. Yeah, I should have thought about it. I would have pulled it up, but I have it somewhere. But he did say that
took shells and rocks or whatever it was and formed out 8645.
That's correct. That's what he
did.
And
what they're all saying now, and they're going to say, and his first thing I thought of was 86 just means removed or taken out. It doesn't mean it's not a death threat.
Well,
To 86 someone is just to get rid of them, get them out of there, kick them out. It's a restaurant term, basically, for the most part. Restaurants and nightclubs, you've been 86. I don't know
not if
where
you
it
go
comes
watch
from.
the old gangster movies.
You know,
That's not what it says in the old gangster movies, for sure, for sure.
well, in the dictionaries of today, it's all about to be.
Of course they are. The
taken out of
dictionaries
the
of days don't. They change everything, so it don't matter.
Yeah, good point.
Oh, it's
point.
good times. You gotta love it, though. You gotta love how this is
Like
all
Gretchen
just sort of-
Whitmer did the same thing. She put
Yes, she-
8645.
Yes, she did. Yes, she absolutely did. I got
You
that.
have
I
that
got the
photo.
picture of that
Yeah, you
somewhere.
do.
Oh, right here. Right here.
Not
There it is
everybody
right here.
saw this. Not everybody knew about this, but they know. It's
If you
not an
can't see
accident.
it,
Can you
they-
zoom that in?
This was a couple of years ago. I can't zoom it in. This is a couple
Okay.
of years ago. It's right there. It says 8645. It was on Meet the Depressed, and it was a couple of years ago. And she's just that was the statement that was going around at that time.
She's so clever. She's
Oh, yeah,
just so
she's really-
clever.
You know, you remember when she was under threat of kidnapping by the FBI? I mean, by the militia
Good old
people.
boys, the steady boys.
Turns out that of all of they were all FBI agents that were trying to kidnap her, supposedly, except for the two dudes they prosecuted, and one of them was mentally retarded. I mean, it was really
Where
bad.
are you, by the? How come I'm not seeing you on screen? Is it just me?
Oh,
or is-
because I hit the wrong button.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
I do that all the time on my show too. I'm not. On
I mean,
there,
I
but
look
I'm
at
talking.
myself all the time, so it gets old after a while.
Yeah, I know. I've taken all the mirrors down in my house. I'm not supposed to be looking at myself. It's not good. You know, I wasn't that good looking when I was 20. Now that I'm 54,
Well, that explains why your hair looks the way it does right now.
well, at least I got some.
Me too.
There's a lot of people that don't. So,
That's true story. So I was trying to make you look, and you looked. James Comey walked away because of Bill Asaley, who was an assemblyman here in California, and then President Trump nabbed him for to be a U.S. attorney, and he's the assistant director, Bill Asaley, U.S. attorney. And he is taking on California with all everybody thought they were going to start right off when Nick Shirley came out here. You know who Nick Shirley is, of course, right?
yes,
A true American hero. I love
yes,
that kid.
absolutely. And of course,
Someday I wanna shake his hand.
California's wanting to prosecute him for uncovering the fraud. Oh, by the way, that's another story that happened
Stop
today.
Nick Shirley Act. Yes, and that's a very real deal.
They raided 22 places. In the FBI is right now as we speak raiding 22 places in Minneapolis for fraud.
Good.
Several of
Thank
them
you.
are connected.
Thank you, Nick Shirley. And whoever that man was who turned Nick Shirley on to what was going on. Nobody ever talks about him, and I feel badly. I don't even know his name. But there was somebody who turned Nick Shirley on, and Nick had him on his show. And that's how the whole thing started. So anyway, they were talking about these child daycare places, especially for Somalians. And they're getting all this federal and state money, right? But now, I thought that's what they were going to go after in California, but no, there's a hospice fraud.
Yeah, the hospice fraud is terrible. You know, and here's the thing about that. We
And
got the
that's
SNAP fraud. We got the SNAP fraud, right? Where they're defrauding the SNAP people.
EBT.
And then we got the feeding our children fraud thing that Ilhan Omar's all tied up in. And then we got the fraud, the Leering Centers frauds, right? But in California, it's hospice. And you know what the evil thing about that is? They con these little old ladies or little old men, whatever, the old folks, or they get like nursing homes or something to do it for all their whole thing, and they pay like $500. They pay them like $500 a month. You come sign up with us, we'll pay you $500 a month, and they take their information and they put them on hospice, and then they start charging hospice for all this care, and it's hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars worth of care, right? That they're getting. They're not providing any of it, but what it does do is if they're charging Medicaid, Medicare, whatever it is, for the hospice care, that changes the patient's status to hospice. So if the patient goes into the hospital and has to have elective surgery, or maybe has a tooth that has to be pulled, let's just say, okay, because it's bad, it needs to be pulled, they deny it because you're on hospice, you're going to die anyways, we're not giving you any care. You no longer get your pain management pills, you no longer get your long-term care stuff that you got going on, you got the diabetes or all the other stuff. They stop all of that because you're on hospice and you're going to die. These people,
they put you on one thing, Mike, and they keep you on it. Just like cancer patients who are dying, their terminal cancer, they keep them on morphine, and they keep them in
aren't even getting that because
they keep them in a vegetative state, so they're not really feeling that much pain, and they're not that much trouble, and they linger and linger, and so longer they can keep them there, the more money they're making, right?
Yep. Oh, that's another one too. I forgot about that. Mike is talking about in the deal. I have that somewhere either, but I totally forgot about it till now. One of the head honchos right under Dr. Fauci was just indicted today too.
Isn't that something?
Yeah. I would have had the video, but I just thought about it. Mike posted in here. Mike thinks that Anthony Fauci's next, that he's coming up next. So
I pray that's true. But Bill Asaley, who was one of the youngest people to win public office as a state assemblyman, that has the most mispronounced name in all of media. Nobody seems to get his last name.
I'll surely mispronounce it then.
He is only 41 years old, and now he's working with the he's in there with Jeanine Pirro and all those folks with the U.S. attorneys. And watch this on Fox. This is awesome.
Of California. Welcome to you, sir. I mean, this just looks like it's rampant.
You put the wrong one
Does
on.
the governor have a lot to answer for here?
Let's try.
Did you stop my video? You stopped my video.
No, you put the wrong one on.
I did not. Okay, here it is.
District of California. Welcome to you, sir. I mean, this just looks like it's rampant. Does the governor have a lot to answer for here?
Yeah, look, the federal government funds a lot of the hospices and the billions of dollars you're hearing about, but the state is responsible for administering these programs and oversight. And the problem with California, we've seen this with homeless funds, and now we see it with hospice. There's no vetting and there's no checking on the people receiving the funds. State of California has a lot of blame there. But we here at the Department of Justice, we are now working with the Vice President's Fraud Task Force. We're laser focused on bringing criminal charges and arresting folks involved in this. And I think you're going to start seeing that here really, really soon.
Wow. All right. Well, Rep. James Comer suggesting that the taxpayers are on the hook for all of this California fraud.
So that explains why the U.S. attorneys are involved with the Department of Justice, because they were getting federal money too, not just state money.
Oh, yeah.
So that explains why they're going after the hospice system first instead of the daycare stuff, because I think that was all state.
It's federal money too.
Let me ask you this question. My very first question. Now, probably most of these people are on what's called here Medi-Cal. That's California's version or the of Obamacare, basically, and it's the free medical for the po folk. And I have a feeling, although I haven't seen any details yet, the media, as you know, suck. They're not really talking about why the government is paying for your care, your family member's care, who's put into hospice care, which means you're gone. You're terminal, whatever, and you have a very short time left. So they're going to do everything they can to make it as nice for you as possible, but you're going, you're out. You're not going to walk out of that place again. That's the attitude. Why is the government paying for that?
Well, if you got somebody who's dependent upon the government, then you go into hospice care, and it's basically welfare hospice for the poor, or in our case, middle class. But if
so the whole thing about the government taking care of you from cradle to grave, this is the classic example of it.
Sure. But if you're wealthy enough, you don't go into that system. You have private doctors and take care of yourself, which is probably better, by the way. I don't know. I haven't experienced either, but it is something that's needed. And let me tell you something. In a lot of rural areas, the hospices are drying up. They're not getting any money. They can't afford to keep going. And that's because all the money going to California, I guess. I don't know.
Must be.
Yeah. So there's people that don't get hospice care in some place because there's no beds for them to get the hospice care because
Right.
the services aren't available because there's not enough money.
The whole
Because
system
obviously,
is so stinking dirty. So dirty, isn't it?
yeah, it's like I said, and hospice is the worst fraud of them all because there's actual victims being harmed by it because they're not getting the care that they need.
That's a good point.
If they're on
Yeah.
retirement, they're on Social
The
Security,
child
they're on
daycare
Medicaid.
places, they don't have any kids in them. So
Well,
you're right. That's a good point.
Right. Yeah. There's just fraud. The only victims are the American taxpayer. But in this particular case, there's a bunch of people get suckered into doing this, and it changes their status, and they no longer get health care. You know, we all get promised the Medicaid and the Medicare and the Social Security and all that stuff. It changes. They don't get any treatment anymore because they're on hospice. You don't need those. You don't need back surgery. You don't need hip replacement. You don't
Right.
need pain medicines because you're taking the morphine, right? But they're not
Right.
getting any of that care because they're not getting any care. It's just paperwork.
Right.
And so people are ending up really harmed by this because, you know, if your grandma is 69 years old, or some of the folks watching the show may be 69 years old.
I was going to say, can we make it a little older than that?
Well, I'm just saying, and they need a hip replacement or they need a knee. My mom,
Gotcha.
she just had both of her knees replaced here a while back. Well, if she was in this system, they wouldn't give her the knee replacement.
No.
Because if you're in a hospice, why you need knees?
Because that would cost them some of that money that they're taking in.
Yep.
They're
Well,
not
it's not
gonna
just.
put out-
Well, it's not them doing it.
Who are these owners, by the way? Is it a government program? Are they private hospitals getting
No, these are
government
government-
subsidies?
These are government programs, government-funded hospice, and these are in California. It's like
But
it's like-
California doesn't run the hospice.
No, they're private.
Right.
It's private. It's public-private partnerships. In
Right.
other places and other times, they would have called that fascism. But you know, what do I know? But they're like, it's like not Ukrainians, but another Eastern Slavic, Eastern European Slavic type people are the ones doing it in Southern California real big. So let me tell you something. This isn't just in California or Minnesota. This is everywhere. Wherever there's money being doled out by the government, somebody's receiving that money and somebody's scamming for it. Catholic Charities, when they were smuggling all the children across the border,
worst.
they were getting billions and billions of dollars, right?
All in
No
the
wonder
name
the
of
Pope doesn't
God.
like. Yeah, well,
I don't know who their
a
God is, but
A
the
God,
God they're supposedly doing this for, I think, has a different take on all of that. It's got to end. The state is broke. The state passed a law to where it couldn't declare bankruptcy, which was a nice little trick. We've been broke for a long time. Every time you hear
couldn't
Governor
declare
Hairdo
bankruptcy.
say that we're the fourth, they can't legally declare bankruptcy.
Well, how does that work?
I don't know. When you make the laws, you do what you want. You do what you want.
It's like this.
Yeah. So you can default, but you can't declare bankruptcy.
Well, you know, when they come get all your stuff in California, stay away from Missouri. We don't want you. I'm just saying. All you
I
fruit
don't
nuts
blame
in the
you.
lake.
I don't
you
blame
just-
these people who don't
Move
want
to
California.
Oregon or someplace. I don't
We've
know.
ruined everywhere we touch. We've ruined Oregon. A lot of us moving there. We've ruined Washington. Those are Californians doing that crap. I really
ruining
believe it.
Arizona, ruining Nevada, ruining Utah.
Yes, they are.
Yep.
Yes, they are.
I don't
They
know.
seem to have no sense of self-realization that
Well, they're
perhaps I'm the
delusional.
one
They're-
that did this to my own state and made it so bad that I
They're
felt like I actually had to
delusional.
leave.
Well, you know, you go read and I go read. So I got a couple pages I follow. I follow a couple flat earth pages because it's entertainment. And I follow a couple other pages. You see these comments from these people, right? They're totally delusional. It's Donald Trump that's destroying our economy. It's Donald Trump's causing all the gas prices to go up. It's Donald Trump's causing all food prices to go up. I was like, where have you been the last 5 years? Did you not exist? Did you just like beam into this time and
I
space?
know it's
What's
weird,
going on?
isn't it? I know it's truly weird.
And I try to explain to people math. I know you're doing too much meth. Stop doing the meth so we can talk about math, okay? And that is the reason that the prices of things are going up. And anybody that watches my show knows that when a currency inflates, it's not really inflating. The value is going down, not up. When a currency inflates, it never deflates. It never goes down. The price never comes down. It only goes up. The Fed says their goal rate of inflation is 2% compounding. That means every single year your dollars were 2% less. That means every single year your gallon of milk goes up 2%. Now, well, but the price of eggs went down, Mike. Yes, it goes like this. But it goes up and goes up and goes up. That's what inflating currency does. And here's why. People watch my show already know this. In order for a fiat currency, what's a fiat currency? Is it like that car in Italy? No. Well, maybe.
No, it's worse.
Yeah. What's a fiat currency? It's a currency that has any kind of backing of any kind of assets. It's just a currency out there. It's a good faith and credit.
It's monopoly money. It's only worth as much as they say it is.
Well, it's worth as much as people agree.
Not even gold backing it up anymore. Thanks, Richard Nixon. Another fine gift you gave to the world.
So a fiat currency's only value is inflation. It either inflates or it collapses. Those are your choices. It cannot stay the same. If you go pull up a graph of the inflation rate of the United States dollar for the last 200 years, it looks something like this. It goes like this. And when did it do this? 1971, which is just what Charlie was talking about when Nixon took us off the gold standard, because we became right here, something was regulating the value of the dollar, gold and silver, precious metals that you used to be able to go and take your dollar, said, this is a silver certificate. This silver certificate guarantees that there is on deposit at the Federal Reserve one silver dollar, meaning this silver certificate's worth 1 ounce of silver. That went away, and we became a pure fiat currency. And the only value in fiat currency is inflation. It must inflate. If it doesn't inflate, there's no value in it. It collapses. And that's why your price is going up. I don't give a damn what anybody tells you that is Donald Trump, that is tariffs. No, it's an inflating currency. Sometimes it inflates slow, sometimes it inflates fast, but it's still an inflating currency. That's what's happening. And eventually it will wind up, and I don't have my props right here in front of me, so I don't have my $6 billion in Zimbabwe currency, but eventually that's where you wind up.
What do you think about this? I keep hearing, we hit on this last week, but I didn't get your thoughts on this whole, universal income, HUI, where all it's going to be replaced with something that also is completely ridiculous as far as I'm concerned. And I might make a lot of people upset here, but Bitcoin, the whole cryptocurrency thing, there's nothing backing that up of any value. It's only worth as much as everybody's telling you it's worth. You've got nothing to hold, nothing to get back from it. But yet there's people on our side of the aisle, Mike, who are all squealy about it. We're all going to be rich. It's all going to be a universal income. I go, how's that any different than the New World Order, the one world government, the stuff that you're supposed to be so against? Now you're all excited about it because Elon Musk said it's a good idea.
Let me preference this with this. Anytime a Republican tells you, or so-called, now, Elon Musk is a socialist. He always has been. He'll tell you that. He just agrees with us on things like we need to secure our border, So agrees with us that maybe we need to cut some of the spending. But he is a socialist. So when he says universal income, socialism, that's what it is. But when the libertarian Rand Paul and the super fiscal, 100% conservative in every way, Thomas Massey, says that in order to enact Donald Trump's tax cuts, we have to pay for them. They're Marxists. That's Marxism. I don't give a damn what they have next to their name, the R or an L for libertarian or whatever you want to call them. They're Marxists. You see, the problem is on the political spectrum, this being the crazy left and this being the crazy right, and this being the middle, Rand Paul, Thomas Massey, Thune, and many of the others, at the top of my head, they are center left. They are not conservatives. If a conservative so-called tells you that we have to find the cut, we have to replace that income, no, you don't. Whose money is it? If it's government money and you have to replace the income, you're a Marxist. Marxism believes it's government money. Conservative believes it's your money. And if you have to pay for a tax cut, you're a Marxist. So that being said, what was your question again?
HUI. How is that any different from the whole New World Order, one world currency, one world government? It's not. Exactly, it's not.
It's communism. They want to create a universal basic income so that you're dependent upon government for your income, so that you're dependent on government for your health care through Obamacare, so that you're dependent on government for your food through the food stamps. And you've seen all the videos on TikTok down in Florida where they said you can't no longer buy ice cream and bonbons and I guess coffee creamer with your food stamps anymore, and they're all freaked out about it. Well, get a job. You can buy whatever you want.
There you go. How about that?
That's communism. All of that is socialist, Marxist communism. Yeah. All of that.
Absolutely.
All of it. Our founding fathers, our country is built on individualism. Our country was built on you take care of you, and I'll take care of me, and then our other neighbor will take care of him, and our neighborhood will be great. That's what Donald Trump. That's what MAGA is. That's what Make America Great Again is. Let's let America take care of America. Let's let Russia take care of Russia. Let's let England take care of England. Let's let China take care of China. And if we're all focused inward trying to take care of ourselves, there won't be any wars. Because we're okay with our neighbor becoming great. It's cool. Helps us out. We get that. Hey, you invented something new and cool. Well, we invented something new and cool too. Let's trade it. Right? That is conservative. That is capitalism. What these people, including Thomas Massey, the greatest Republican that's ever lived, and the greatest libertarian, Rand Paul, they're Marxists. And people get mad at me when I say this. They're Marxists because they believe that it's government money and you just get to keep what they allow you to keep. So that's my answer to your universal basic income. It's pure 100% communist. And here's the other thing. If you think you've seen inflation, you ain't seen nothing yet. If they do, I mean, what happens at tax time every year? You go into Walmart, they've rolled out all the TVs, all the big ticket items, put it right down in the middle. You know, if you went in there.
Because they're getting their refund.
If you went in there right after Christmas, the TV was $329, and at the first week of February, it's $780, right?
Yes.
What's going to happen whenever it gets $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000, $100,000 a month, whatever it is? What's going to happen to the price of things?
The law of supply and demand. There will not be enough supply to meet the demand. Everybody wants to buy with this sudden cash windfall. And you're absolutely right. Prices are going to skyrocket for absolutely everything.
Milton Friedman
Unless you put price controls on it, which I'm hearing Republicans suggesting that might be a good idea.
Are Marxists. They're just not as crazy Marxists as, say, AOC. So here's the thing. Milton Friedman, Austrian economics, the rule of supply and demand. If you have a scarce product and everything is scarce, you have to have a way of restricting the purchase of that product so that everybody who needs that product will have the product when it's available to them. The way that you restrict the purchasing of a scarce product in a capitalist system is price. You know, you go into the grocery store and eggs are $10, and you're like, not today. The eggs are off the menu. But if somebody says, I've got to make 3 birthday cakes because I'm in the cake business, I got to buy that $10 carton egg. I don't have a choice, right? You see what I'm saying? But if universal basic income comes along and everybody's buying up all the eggs and they say, whoa, you can't sell because money doesn't matter anymore. So they keep raising the price. Oh my God, the price is going up. So they price fix it, right? Eggs can be no more than $5. But everybody's got extra thousands of dollars running around. So the eggs are flying off the shelf for $5. And next thing you know, you could buy them on eBay shipped overnight for $35 because people are buying 10 instead of 1. Right?
And then you really got true shortages.
Right.
Remember, COVID shut down. Everybody had to have toilet paper. Never forget. That's just how stupid people can get.
Yep.
White as snow. Have you read this comment here? Look at this, Mike. Can you read that?
I just saw a video of a store putting up new price tags with facial recognition cameras. From this, they connect to your spending and track what you buy. And they charge
accordingly.
Charge you by your buying history. Yes. They're going to be doing surge pricing too, which is a whole nother thing. But back to what I was going to say. So when they put the price controls on at the cheap price, it causes people to buy it because it's cheaper. And they can afford it because they're getting universal basic income. So what's the next step in that parade? You can only buy 1 per household per week. Right?
And then the actual rancher raising the chickens still having to pay an exorbitant amount of money for feed. So they start losing everything. They're not even making a profit because they can't adjust prices accordingly. So they go out of business, makes an even smaller supply. Now big corporations are buying up egg farms and turning it.
And they can't produce them as efficiently.
This is insane, Mike. What I see these people talking about as a good idea.
All you got to do if you want to understand this is go watch the movies. Don't read the book. I mean, you can read the book. Atlas Shrugged.
Ayn Rand
explains this process, what he was just talking about, and it's a death spiral for an economy.
Yeah,
and socialism doesn't work. And these college professors that are really smart, got all the education, we just try it the right way this time, it'll work.
That's what they say. I've talked to socialists. It's never worked anywhere it's ever been done. What makes you think it'd be different here? Well, they didn't do it right.
That wasn't real socialism. We see socialism only works within a capitalistic system. Now, what do I mean by that? Mennonites, Amish, they're a socialistic system. They are a commune. All their money is pulled together under the church, right? And it works great because they're in a capitalistic system around them that they can sell their wares and make their money and do their things, right? Socialism only works. Communism only works within the umbrella of a capitalist system. Without the capitalist system providing the economic engine, it would fail.
Because eventually you run out of other people's money.
That's exactly right. And then Zoltran Mondami, he said that he quoted Margaret Thatcher and said that she said that pretty soon you run out of other people's money. He said, then we need socialism. Come clean it up. And then you'll look like Cuba. Want to be great. You know, if Ronald Reagan said that if we fail as the United States, we go through 1,000 years of darkness. What he means by that, the only way these socialist countries, these commo-fascist countries like Russia and China and Cuba and Venezuela and North Korea, et cetera, the only reason that they can exist is because a capitalist society exists.
They have us buying their products.
Right. If we fail, the world goes into it. All those countries fail too. They all go into, we all go into the dark ages because they can't exist without us. We're the engine of the world. That's what Atlas Shrugged is about. Atlas Shrugged's about a group of leaders who go off to nether parts of the world and create a new society, and they're going to shut down the engine of the world.
Your World Economic Forum.
Yep.
That was it. You will own nothing and be happy. They're doing it out here in California. These fires, which I don't believe it's an accident. Why are all these massive fires destroying so much property? Are always in really highly desirable areas to live. Does anyone notice that? Palisades, Malibu, Maui, Paradise in Northern California. It's a beautiful, beautiful area.
It depends on your desires, I'm telling you. That's a great place to visit. It's a great place to be from.
It's just it's all they're people can't even get permits to rebuild. Insurance canceled on them, so they don't have the money anyway. They lost everything. And huge, builders and developers and governments are buying up these properties, pennies on the dollar. This is happening right now in the Palisades, which was one of the most wonderful, most desirable places to live in the nation. And they're turning that into a smart city. I'm telling you right now, that's what's about to go down here.
Well, I'm not too concerned about it out in California until they get that train built, and then I'll be worried.
That is never going to happen.
I saw something the other day that said they started that first pass in the late 90s, like 98, 99, somewhere in there. It's when they first passed that. That in that time frame, Apple invented the phone, the iPhone. Tesla invented the self-driving electric car, put rockets into space, created Starlink, several other, Google became so that happened. Most of Silicon Valley was created. All of that happened, and the cumulative price tag of the investment into these certain companies that did all these things was about half of what they invested into building that train, and they still haven't laid one track.
Isn't that amazing?
That's because communism doesn't work. That's communism.
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
You're right. California has a chance to get it right. But yet we still have all this election fraud in place and all these voting systems that are so completely rife with corruption and just filthiness. I don't see how we stand a chance. Even if
Donald Trump's going to
there is no such thing in California is too big to rig. There just isn't. There's not enough of us. And if there are enough of us and we do come out in overwhelming numbers, they will just print more ballots.
Trump is going to sign an executive order, the Insurrection Act, based upon the voting and that the government was involved. I was watching.
Doesn't mean that California will comply.
They won't have a choice.
Notorious for that.
They won't have a choice, but it's federal elections. What you do at your state level with your governor doesn't matter. But the federal election, it's a federal election when you're electing congressmen and senators. And they won't have a choice but to comply. Donald Trump will send in the National Guard to make them comply. That's a thing that's going to happen, by the way. It's going to happen.
We could have avoided all this too if they would have passed the Save America Act.
It's not going to pass. It's not going to pass.
Of course it's not going to pass. If it was going to pass, they would have done it before the Easter break.
And the other thing that's going to happen, we've already had three sitting members of Congress resign this month. We've had another thing that's going to happen is we're going to have a lot more resignations from. It's going to happen. They're not going to be able to hold it happening.
I'm starting to actually get a little bit encouraged.
Right. For example, one of the ones that's getting ready to go right now is this one. She's going to go to jail. That I said that on December 31st.
You really thinks Ilhan Omar will wear an orange jumpsuit?
She'll go. I don't know what color jumpsuit will be, but she's going to jail. Here you go. Here she is. Some of on my show, you already seen this, but this is great.
The last time the Alien Enemies Act was invoked, it was used to detain and deport German, Japanese, Italian immigrants during World War XI.
World War XI.
World War XI. You didn't know that, did you?
We jumped ahead quite a bit, didn't we?
Yeah, we skipped a few. 1, 2, skip a few. That's
somebody did Roman numeral 2. I guarantee you that's what it was, and she read it as 11.
Well, and that's because she is very low IQ. I mean, They do marry their cousins in Somalia, and the average IQ is lower than 70. So
He's not kidding.
know,
that
and the
is
thing
actually
is,
factual.
because she's a foreigner, she doesn't have the cultural reference of World War I, World War II. You know, it was, and she would probably disagree with this, but it's true. It's true. That's a movie reference, by the way. It's true.
It's true. There's your young Frankenstein.
Nope.
Oh, that was Blazing Saddles. Sorry. My apologies. Sorry, Mel Brooks.
Somalia was an Italian territory in World War II. Yeah. Amazing how you miss these things, right? It wasn't even a nation. Didn't exist. Funny things happen on the way to the college, on the way to the college fund. And then speaking of low IQs, I played this one for Charlie earlier, so I'm going to play it for y'all too, because this is just
love this. Cool. This is beautiful.
When climate change is flooding our streets, poisoning our air, driving up healthcare and disaster costs, how can the EPA justify abandoning that duty to protect Americans to appease polluters under the false flag of economic growth?
Following the law, Section 202 of the Clean Air Act, where does it say anything about fighting global climate change? Right. Supreme Court case. You familiar with it?
No, maybe others are. I'm not, but let me ask.
So that's really important. As a member of Congress, Loper Bright says that we as an agency don't have the authority to get creative if Section 202 of the Clean Air Act.
No, but you don't have, excuse me, you do not have the right to say climate change does not exist, that it's a hoax, and that's where this administration is coming from.
I understand you're upset that you don't know what Loper Bright is. Do you know what the major policies doctrine is?
I'm upset because
you know what the major policies doctrine is?
You know what, let me just
you're a member of Congress. You should know.
Well, you have moved from someone who defended the environment to all of a sudden
I'm very defensive about not knowing the two biggest land Supreme Court cases of the last year.
You are very defensive about changing your policy and your positions with regard to the environment. Okay. Now, you just tell
me. Do you want me to tell you what the two biggest Supreme Court cases are of the last few years?
This is what I want you
Michigan
to tell
versus EPA.
Whoa.
West Virginia versus EPA.
You know, you're here because you need money from us. So halt for the second. And wait for the questions and answer the questions.
Well, I answered your question,
no, you
and you didn't like my answer because you don't know what Loper Bright is, because you don't know what the major policies doctrine is, because you're asking me about Section 202 of the Clean Air Act, and you don't read it. You don't know what it says.
Listen, and what you want to do is to deny.
No, I actually read the law. I do my homework.
Really?
You're just somebody who likes to have the microphone on. You know what I have to do? I read the law. I read the Supreme Court cases.
And I would say
no, what you should do for your constituents is actually read statute.
The budget is at real risk. Supreme Court. This is the Appropriations Committee.
Oh, you care about science? Now you're threatening to defund it?
Oh my God! No, you don't fund
because
science.
You don't know what Loper Bright is. Because you don't know what the major policies doctrine is. Your message to our folks at the EPA is that you want to defund us. I don't
have to listen to this BS.
BS. You think I made up these cases?
Yeah, I think you have made up.
I made up Loper Bright. I made up West Virginia versus EPA. I made up Michigan versus EPA.
Woe is right. What are you doing?
Whoa!
This is brilliant. Oh, that was so brilliant.
You know what that reminds me of? You remember back Mike Tyson's in his prime? And he'd get up on somebody, he'd hit him with that uppercut, and they'd be dazed. And before the guy could hit the ground, he's bap, 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 all the way down. And the dude's just gone, lay down on the ground. That's what just happened to her. I mean, she had no idea where it was coming from.
So I asked Mike when he first showed that to me, he goes, "Did you see this? I'm going to play it in the show." I go, "No, I didn't." And then I asked, who is she? And I said, so, and I did this for real. I said, who is that goofy congresswoman with the purple hair and the stupid glasses? And here's what, look, I'll ask that right now on Google. Who is that weirdo congresswoman with the purple hair and goofy glasses? Come on, do it. Come on. Now it's not doing it. Oh, interesting. You know, because before the voice prompt actually came on, because I was doing Google. Who is that goofy congresswoman with the purple hair and the stupid glasses?
You are probably thinking of Representative Becca Balint from Vermont. She is
Nope.
known for her large
That's
glasses
not her, though.
and has, on
Nope.
occasion, had purple hair.
The one I'm thinking about, this one actually in this thing, but now we know there's two. There's one in Vermont as well. Connecticut. She's a congresswoman from Connecticut.
I can't think of it.
Della Rosa or something like that.
Dellarino something.
Yeah, something like that. Bella, shut up.
Gonzo.
Bella.
It's Gonzo from the Muppets.
It is Gonzo. That was so brilliant. And the media, of course, will never show that, but that's happening like crazy. Oh man, Senator Kennedy from Louisiana, brilliant at taking apart these clowns.
He's great. He's got the best one-liners there is.
Thank God for these.
I want to show you something.
Jim Jordan's another one, man. He goes after him from Ohio. He's amazing too.
Yep. He doesn't have the eloquence of Kennedy though.
No. Scott Bessent has just been brilliant.
So this is what I posted about 2 weeks ago, maybe a week and a half ago on Facebook, because I was at, it would have been a week ago Saturday, so 2 Saturdays ago, I was at the Cross Connect event and the Holy Spirit was moving, and I felt God because I was asked God about something, and God said, "You ain't seen crazy yet." Talking about what's coming. And this is what I posted.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you showed that last week too.
Did I show it last week? I got another one I'll show you too.
No, I like it.
Hold on a second. I'm deleting a troll.
You ain't seen. Oh, are you? Who trolled us?
It's in the. You can't.
Hey, by the way, while he's finding whatever it is he's looking for, can I ask you please a personal favor? We got a lot of people watching right now, and I thank the Lord for that. Would you wherever you're watching this, hit that like button? You'll be helping us out so much. People will watch. Well, they'll watch. Last week, our show was over 2 hours. We just pontificated like this and just had fun and riffed, had a blast. And it was very little people actually liking it. You don't understand how much that helps in the world of podcasting and algorithms and all that stuff. Just likes and comments like what we're getting here right now in the chat room, but I'm talking about a comment really carries a lot of weight too. And you'll be helping both Mike and me grow on our different platforms.
Yep.
Wherever you are right now, please hit that like button right now. Appreciate it.
So this is what I posted. I was talking to God, and God gave me some things to say. And he said, post it on Facebook. So I did. This was December 31st, 2025. This is what I posted. Ilhan Omar will go to jail for a long time. Tim Walz will step down. Tucker Carlson converts to Islam. Many people in the government self-deport. And by self-deport, if you watch my show, it means either the planet or the country. It could be one or the other. Gavin Newsom does not run for president. AOC does run for president.
Oh, that's hilarious. And she could possibly win.
She won't win.
The Tucker Carlson thing, I would have said that's ridiculous until he literally bought a multi-million-dollar home in Qatar.
Well, and he's talking the Islamic line. I mean, he's come out straight up against Trump
and Israel.
Yeah, and see,
I never thought I'd see that. I thought he was an actual strong believer and follower of Christ Jesus.
Well, he'll be as much as a Muslim as he is an Episcopalian now.
You think so?
Yeah, in other words, in name only. But he will convert publicly. And Gavin Newsom intends to run for president, but he's not going to make it. He won't make it to Iowa if he does. He's toast.
I hope you're right.
There's stuff coming out. He's gone.
Because as much as I hate to say it, he could win. Because see, we here in California and neighboring states know what a train wreck he has been. Absolutely the worst governor the state's ever had. But look what he did in that Sean Hannity interview when he was with Ron DeSantis, governor of Florida, and Hannity gave them both a bully platform and let him do a little debate. And he lied and lied and lied. And all of us here in California were going, what? That's a lie. That's not true. He never did that. That's not happening. But the rest of the nation doesn't know that because the media will never tell you.
Gavin Newsom is a liar. Everybody knows he's a liar, and everybody can't stand him. Bill Clinton,
yes.
Bill Clinton is a liar. Everybody knows he's a liar, but they like him. So I'll give you an example. There was a guy I used to sell cars with years ago, and this guy was a liar extraordinaire. But people would sit down and line up to listen to this guy's lies because they were great. I mean, the guy was a great liar. It was just so good. You know what I mean? The stories were fantastical. I mean, it was like, this is great. This is entertainment. This is awesome. What's the way Bill Clinton?
Unfortunately, those people win. They win.
Yeah, but Gavin Newsom is not those people. Gavin Newsom cannot pull off the lie. Barack Hussein Obama, he could pull off the lie. He can make you feel good about the lie he was telling you. Bill Clinton can make you feel good about the lie he was telling you. But, I did not have sexual relation with that woman. Not one time. And you believed him. Until he came out and said, I did have sexual relation with that woman, but it was only one time.
And I didn't inhale.
That's right. But you believed him. He had that good old boy kind of swagger. So you was okay with the lying. Same thing with Barack Hussein Obama, but his was more manufactured than Bill's. Bill's was natural. Gavin Newsom ain't got that. Gavin Newsom comes off like a used car salesman. You know what I mean? Like, you remember Joey Zuzu? You're from California. You remember Joey Zuzu? Oh, yeah. Would I lie to you?
Yeah.
That's Gavin Newsom.
That was a brilliant ad campaign. It kept Isuzu around for a while, but unfortunately, those days are gone.
AOC, here's the thing. She'll win several, if not all, of the caucuses and the what do they call that? Anyways, she'll win several of the races.
The delegates will all vote for her, yeah.
No, but the super delegates won't. And she'll get the support of Bernie Sanders. She'll get the support of Liz Warren. All the Bernie bros will go vote for AOC. But somewhere along the way, they'll get the DNC treatment. And the same thing that happened to Bernie will happen to AOC, although she'll be a lot richer.
You think so, huh?
Absolutely.
Interesting.
Yeah, another one who may be in.
Who are they going to wind up putting against J.D. Vance or whomever runs in 2028? Hopefully, J.D. Vance.
It could be. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that question, but Hillary's in the race. Hillary's going to run again. If she doesn't go to jail between now and then.
Hillary is 87 now at this point. What is she?
I don't know.
93?
She's old. She's older than dirt. I don't know how old she is.
Good Lord.
Yeah, Hillary Clinton. But Hillary Clinton might not make it because there's stuff coming out about Hillary. You heard about Grassley.
What if they do a Hillary AOC ticket?
I don't think that will happen because they're in two different camps. The AOC is the communist camp. Hillary Clinton's in the old school corrupt Democrat camp. The Nancy Pelosi, Chucky Schumer, that camp. AOC.
You don't think they'd come together just to consolidate?
No, they hate each other.
I think they would.
They hate each other. The compromise between the two camps was Hillary Clinton, Secretary of State, and Barack Obama. Barack Obama is in the Bernie Sanders, Liz Warren, communist camp.
Barack Obama could run as vice president. There's nothing in our Constitution to keep him from doing that.
Well, he's done. He's not going to run. He don't want people looking into his wife or husband or whatever he is. So, but there's stuff coming out right now. Grassley is asking about Uranium One and the Clinton Foundation about bribery, about donations and stuff.
That whole thing, calling before Congress to answer questions about Epstein was a stupid, pathetic waste of time. I knew it.
Well, the whole Epstein thing was a show. The whole Epstein is a distraction to keep you not looking at the other pervertedness that's going on, right? Did you know that there was a Chinese prostitution ring that was shut down in DC a few years ago? Did you hear about that in the news? No, Tim Burchett was talking about it. Yeah, that's where a lot of the blackmail comes from.
Interesting.
Yeah. See, all the stuff that happened on Jeffrey Epstein Island, which is a British Commonwealth, can't be charged here in the United States. We have no jurisdiction. That's why the island was there. Duh. That you got to understand. That is a distraction to keep you from focusing on all the other stuff that's going on. That's what that's about. And that's what Donald Trump was talking about. But there's a lot worse stuff. A lot of worse stuff that's about to come out. A lot of worse stuff.
I can't wait.
Well, I don't want to see some of it, to tell you the truth, but it's coming.
No, I don't want to see any of it. I want to see people go down. I want to see.
People are going to go down. I mean, people are
I
going
want
to
to
go
see
down.
so many people in positions of power and former power wearing orange jumpsuits that they actually make orange the new black, that it becomes actually a little trendy in the fashion set, because everyone wants to, their heroes are going to prison, so they all want to wear orange too in solidarity, and that will make it even easier to spot them.
Many people are going to get arrested.
Good.
Many people are going to go to jail.
About time.
But not as many as you think. And many more are going to take the easy way. Also, people are going to go to jail, but not for the things you think they're going to go to jail for. Although they may be guilty for those other things, they're going to go to jail for seditious conspiracy.
Well, yeah, you got to get them however you can. Like Al Capone, they busted him, not for all the murders, but for tax evasion.
The self-deport thing is legit real. That there is a lot of that's going to happen. A lot of that's going to happen.
Good. So,
some of it may be Hillary Clinton try to cover her tracks, but pretty soon you run out of people to kill, and it's on you. So
Vince Foster will be vindicated.
Yeah. Yep. It's crazy. All the stuff that's coming right now. Everything's on play right now. You got the 2020 elections on play right now. That's about to break wide open, and there's some investigations into that. That's where the Insurrection Act for the voting is going to happen, because we're going to find out that a foreign government, mainly China, was involved in the steal of the election in 2020. We're going to find out that Arizona, Georgia, Pennsylvania, Michigan, all these states were heavily infiltrated by the Chinese, and that people knew it and was working with them. That's what's going to come, and that's what's going to cause the Insurrection Act, Donald Trump to sign that. Donald Trump's already said that we will have voter ID, one-day voting, no mail-in ballots except for military or sick or whatever, invalid. One-day voting. That's going to happen. He says it's going to happen even if Congress doesn't vote on it. And that's how he's going to do it, because they already have it. By the way, all this stuff, somebody was, my microphone just broke. Somebody was complaining about this in the chat room when I posted something on Facebook earlier today. And he said, why did it take so long to do? Because it's an election year. That's why it took so long to do. So, anyways.
They've been waiting. They've been waiting for the election year.
They've been waiting for such like this. I'm going to turn it over to you for a second while I fix my mic.
All right. This little QR code right here will take you to a company that Mike and I are both involved with, and gladly. And we want to invite you to be a part of it too and to benefit from it. It's all American-made products right here in the United States of America, naturally derived. Great stuff for your mind, for your body, for your health, your skin. Everything is all at this company's website, nuevalife.com. And if you use a promo code, for me, it's my name, Charlee Simons, which you see right here, charliesimons.com, CharleeSimons. I spell it that way. By the way, I started spelling it that way when I was a kid because my middle name is Lee. So I was Charles Lee. So that's why I spell it that way, but I'm not trying to stand out or be different. I've been doing that since I was like, 11, 12, but use that as a promo code and you'll get a nice little discount too on top of everything else. So what do you got to lose? Check it out. Hopefully by now you've learned that you can trust Mike and you can trust me. We're like that song said in the very beginning, two steady boys. Seriously, though, hopefully you know by now that you can trust us because we are trustworthy. And everybody is selling something on their shows, but Mike introduced me to this, and I went, "Yeah, this is good. I like it. This is different." And I don't do multi-level stuff, so this is set up to where you can join us and you can sell it and you can be part of the team. You can do all that, or you just buy the products, but use my name, Charlie Simons, as the promo code Nueva, Nueva Life, Life, nuevalife.com/Charlie Simons. What's your promo code, by the way, if they want to?
Don't worry about it. Use that one.
All right. Well, I appreciate that very much. Thank you,
I'll
Mike.
tell you right now, if you go check out Snow Slim, I've went from 315 pounds to 269 pounds using Snow Slim over the last several months. So if you need to lose a few pounds, bikini season's coming up. It's almost summertime. You lose those few stubborn pounds. This is the way to do it. And the promo code's right up there on the screen somewhere. And just hit that, go in there, find the Snow Slim, purchase it, give it a. It comes in the form of a chocolate sauce. I call it the chocolate sauce makes your pants fall off.
You made a meme for that too. Do you have it? That was
No,
pretty.
I don't have it.
That's pretty. That's too bad. That was pretty clever. I wish I would have kept it. But anyway, nuevalife.com/Charlie Simons, CharlleSimons. All right, commercial over. Okay, what you got? You fixed your mic.
I fixed my mic. I don't know what do we. Oh, I know. I got a few other things we can mess around with. For example, James Comey. He responded to that, and here's his response. Other than the response I played earlier.
Okay.
That's good times. Good times. Good times. Oh, James Comey gonna get his comeuppance. And then there's this right here. Did you hear that they're wanting to change ICE, Immigration Customs Enforcement, to National Immigration Customs Enforcement? You're muted there, buddy.
That's a good thing.
Because here we got ICE. Here we got ICE is now going to be called NICE. National Immigration Customs and why didn't it come on the screen? There it is, right there. Somebody's got to learn how to teach him how to operate this thing. National Immigration Customs Enforcement. NICE. Donald Trump is going to officially make that change. That way, the Democrats.
That's a joke, right?
Oh, it's for real. The Democrats. No, it's real. Donald Trump's like saying he wants to do it. I
love it.
That's Homeland Security posted that.
I love it.
So that way, all the Democrats and MSNBC have to run around saying "nice, nice, nice" all the time. Because why not, right? Oh, these people! I swear. Anyways,
they're back.
It's awesome. I'm looking for one more here. I got one more, not too far away.
Go out with a bang.
Go out with a bang.
We've been on the air for a couple hours now. Thank you so much for sticking with us. All the people in the chat room. It's been a lot of fun. We sure do appreciate you more than you know.
Here's this one. 11 wondering if it was two the whole time.
World War 11.
Yep. Now I just wanted so X22 put this out. It says to get to the king, you must first remove all the pawns protecting them. USAID gone, SPLC indicted, Iran proxy army starving, Venezuela free, central bank funding being dismantled, NGOs exposed. When all the pieces are gone and they have no protection left, that's when Trump goes after Obama, Clinton, and the rest.
It's all.
And Kim Clement had a prophecy that said, they will say, I have no protection. They say, I'll have no protection. So you put that together and good times. All right, that's all I really. Well, let's see. I got one more here, right here. Just everybody out there, go out and get your World War 11 Survivor Guide, so that you know, so that you know that you survived.
Even spelled Survivor.
Yes, it's good times. Good times. We're living in good times. It's great things are happening.
That's funny. That's good. Thank you very much for being with us. Let's do it again next week at 6:15 Pacific time, 8:15 Central Coast, or whatever you call your Central time zone there.
Central Coast, whatever. There's no coast around here.
There is now.
I'm about as far away as any coast as you could get.
I just made it one. But seriously, yeah, if you could join us again next week, I hope you had a good time. Do us another big favor, share this show once it gets posted wherever you're watching. It's going to take a while to process, but so probably about 10-15 minutes it'll be up there. And share it with others and go, these two guys, they're friends, and they started doing a show, and this was just the second week, and it was a lot of fun. And if you didn't think it was all that fun and you didn't stick around for it, you're not watching anyway, so who cares? Right. But join us next Tuesday, and we'll do it again. Lord willing, we'll do it again.
That's right. If the Greek don't rise. It's been rising a lot around here lately. Anyways, I'll tell you what. Thanks for watching. We'll see y'all later. We're out of here.
The air gets thick with static noise.